Bring your laptop everywhere. Guys, this has made me a lot of money. Everywhere you put it, don't put it in the back seat. There's a video of me and Graham Stephan, and his laptop got stolen out of my car. They broke into it. But bring your laptop everywhere. Put it in your trunk whenever you're parking, because you're gonna be at any dinners or stuff and something's gonna happen and you need access to it. And like, your laptop's whatever that is. If it's your iPad or if it's whatever, if you can do it off your mobile, then perfect. But like, bring it everywhere. That is your office. You learn how to do your DocuSign like that. Like, you know, one of my first deals without a laptop, without DocuSign, the clients like this house. I'm new, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, faking it till I make it. And then the agent calls me and says, hey, I see your clients like this house, but we got another offer coming in. And I'm like, oh shit, something like that. And I call my clients and they're like, well, we want to offer. And I'm like, okay. And I'm at my parent-in-law's, and you know, I wish I knew this. You guys are gonna save so much time now. And like, it's snowing outside, and I had to, oh my god, I had to print. And my mother-in-law, and I'm like, I don't even know how this printer works. I'm on some like Dell computer, and I'm like printing, and it's coming out sideways, and I'm like, oh my god, this is my first offer, and fuck is fucking this up. And I'm like trying to stay calm, and I'm rushing out the door with so many pieces of paper and probably getting snow on it, and get in the car and driving in a snowstorm. And the girlfriend's at this farm, and we get to the farm, and then so it's Melissa signs, but then Pete, the boyfriend, he's a cop, and I got to the police station. I got to drive across the city, and like, I'm where the farm was, you couldn't even see the roads, and I'm like almost gonna go into a ditch, but I'm like, just fucking go, man, like, you're gonna get paid on this, like, you're an agent. And I'm driving, I'm like, is this what being an agent is all about? Like, if I gotta run around the city like this? Well, so I did this. Pete gets the signature, whatever. I find myself at a table doing the 1980s realtor dance where we're like sitting across from the sellers, and I'm like, is this real estate? And thankfully, that's the only time I've ever done that, ever. I've never, I don't think I've ever presented in person. So like, all the TV and all that, like, and maybe you guys can, it just doesn't, the opportunities don't come to me that much anymore. It's all digital, because I bring the laptop and I fire them the offer. Where I do additionally present is all the cover letter stuff. I just don't do too much in person. I just find it wastes my time a lot, because I can't just say they really like the house. Maybe you guys have success with that. Like, I haven't seen too much. I've seen a guy sit across from my sellers once, and now I eliminate that. I do not let any agent, but I always present Jeff. I got one person tell me, and I'm like, well, not always. No, always. Apparently not, because it's my listing and you're not presenting. She walked away. Like, well, take your 1980s little presenting tactics and get out of here. One, you're just going to psychologically affect my clients, and get the hell out of here. It's my job to tell them what offer to take, because I don't need you to trick them into anything. I got to cover my client's ass. But anyways, that's why it's all on the laptops now. If you're ever at dinner, it's in your trunk, and somebody's like, hey, can you tell me a report on this? If you can't do it on your mobile, you might have to go to your car, quickly pull it up, get on their data quickly in your first year. Remember, you don't have much of a life in your first year in real estate. And you might have to do an offer from the back seat of your car while everybody's in the restaurant. But so what? Walk back in. Just made 10 grand. Whoop! Drinks on me. Like, that's why you bring your laptop everywhere, right? So, and then while you're doing it, do an Instagram, being like, writing offers in the back seat of a car or whatever. Or you bring it into in the restaurant, however that socially works for you. Just do it. Save you so much time bringing your laptop everywhere. You don't have to like these realtors in my first year. Hopefully this doesn't even happen to you guys. Like, they drove across the city to hand me a USB stick. I'm like, what? Like, put that in your computer and email it to me, dummy. It was like the expenses, like 23 kilobytes. Like, anyways. So I'm sure if you bought this course, you know how the internet works and how phones work and how sending files works. So learn to tether your internet from your phone to your laptop and write your offers like that. And then you're gonna need a good data plan on your phone. you know, my brother had a good quote. Like somebody said, "Well, how much you know, data do you have, or gig, you know?" And he's like, "Oh, I have realtor data." You know, we just got to use it. If you're traveling outside of your country, it depends. But like I keep my phone on, and it may cost me $10 a day. To the general public, they'd be like, "Oh, I don't want to spend the $10 a day. That's gonna be big on my bill." But that $10 a day. So if you're gone for a week, 7 days, 8 days, um, that can make you 10 grand keeping that phone on. Now, if you want to go to an island and shut it off, well, we'll get into that in year 2 when you have better systems in place. But year 1, keep that phone on. Probably stay in the country too. Did I? Maybe. You know me. I always travel. All right. Bring your laptop everywhere. Bye.